Welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy theme park podcast. And I'm your host, Robert Thompson. And here's your co-host, Rossco Soletrain.
Man, Robert, I was just thinking about you today, and I was thinking in my brain, I was thinking up here, and I was thinking, are you going to wear the sunglasses today?
No.
You didn't?
No. I'm a new man, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I feel like just letting my beautiful...
Your beautiful blues show to the world.
Yeah, I just want to, you know. I feel like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's...
No, it's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Because I always felt like, especially with that wild hat you were wearing, you definitely had like the Robert S. Thompson look going on.
Yeah, it was me channeling my Hunter S. Thompson,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I'm
Your uncle.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, but I'm here.
R.I.P.
I'm very present.
Yeah.
But,
me too.
Yeah, dude. And I'm excited, man. And this episode is a present for our listeners because
Wow.
you just went to Disneyland.
I went to Disneyland, and not only did I go to Disneyland, but I also went to Toontown. I went back.
Man. Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a great episode for you, man. We're excited. We're going to get into the current state of Disneyland, Ross's trip to Disneyland. Toontown is back. I'm excited. So we're just going to get right into it.
No, we're not. We're going to actually go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, the father of my butt baby, Zach Hillman's Theme Park Minute.
Let's go.
Enjoy.
This is Theme Park Minute with Zach Hillman. Voyager? I hardly know her. From 1965 to 1967, the lagoon near Disneyland's Submarine Voyage featured female actors portraying mermaids. They would sunbathe and perform synchronized swimming routines and also avoid the groping arms of lascivious men walking the thoroughfare. Disney ultimately eliminated the position because of constant complaints about the high levels of chlorine in the water and the noxious diesel fumes from the submarines. Perhaps most insulting of all, they paid these little mermaids in gadgets and gizmos aplenty. Not a good look.
Oh, he's still cranking them out after our baby was birthed. He's still
That's right. You
at
and
it.
Zach have a butt baby.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it grew teeth the other day.
Whoa.
In a day, too. It just all of a sudden made that
that's-
sound, and the teeth just popped out.
That's nutty.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
But they're not nuts. They're actually...
Their teeth.
They're real teeth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they got bubble gum in their head too, or?
Well, we haven't figured that out yet.
Oh man, because when you poop
we're still waiting
and
on the
there's gum,
tests. Yeah.
there's gum in it.
Yeah.
And why do people say 7 years of, like it sits in?
That's an urban legend.
Yeah. Is that like a scientific thing?
No, I think it was more so to scare kids not to
From
to
chewing, eating it.
eating their gum. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ate a lot of gum?
I ate a lot of
days?
cum.
Oh.
Fucker.
Same thing, dude. But man, so okay, there's a lot of things going on with the Disney parks.
Yeah,
'cause
man.
D23 was just announced,
Mm-hmm.
and you just went. I went right when they had reopened.
Yes.
And at the time, not all of the stores were open.
No.
And I'm curious because yes, there's a lot of stuff coming. There's electrical light parades coming back. You got the Toontown whole makeover. There's a ton of new stuff coming to Epcot and Disney World. A lot of new stuff happening. But you kind of went at this time where most of Disneyland is reopened from when I went, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So how was that?
So when you went, I was supposed to go right around the time that you went.
Yeah.
Last, which was in what, May or June?
Yes. Yeah.
And your experience and my experience were vastly different.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to have the experience that you had, which was masks outside, just a lot of you didn't have any you didn't have any reservations to eat.
No, eating was a nightmare, dude, because it was all. Yeah, you had to do the even quick service.
Right.
Was the reservation through the app, and
They still were working out some of the kinks now, and I think a lot of the kinks they're having are more so like just the lack of hiring, or just some of the people that have been brought back aren't quite up to speed. There was a snafu at lunch, so I knew that I had to have reservations for all my meals. And for those listeners out there that are thinking about going to Disneyland, keep this shit in mind, because if you don't know this, then you're going to be fucked. You have to have dinner reservations or lunch reservations or breakfast reservations in order to sit down at a restaurant. You have to.
Yeah.
And you got to book it way in advance. So I booked the dinner reservations and the lunch reservations. Sorry, it's a mouthful. I booked them about like 6 weeks out.
Oh, that's smart.
But the thing is even booking 6 weeks out, I had hardly any options on where I could eat. I had to eat at the Storytellers Cafe for dinner because there was no options inside the park for dinner. None. And for lunch, there was only one option as far as a decent time goes, and that was the Riverbell Terrace restaurant. And that was basically all that was open. And then a couple weeks go by, and I looked again, and there was still Riverbell Terrace for lunch, but the times were like 10:45 in the morning or like 4 in the afternoon. And then for dinner, it was like Napoli, the
Napoli,
yeah,
the
downtown
Italian,
Disney Italian restaurant.
Yeah, Epcot's the same
Cousin?
pizza.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Fucking A. But they were the only ones that had any reservations. But they were like, same thing. It was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon for dinner. That was it. And so the dinner reservations and the lunch reservations, I'm sure breakfast as well, go fucking fast.
Yeah.
All the quick service places, there is nowhere to sit. I saw a lot of people eating on trash cans, which I've seen before at Epcot, and also at Magic Kingdom in Florida.
That's the worst. You want to be comfortable. You're spending all that money. You're at Disneyland. You want to sit down and really take it in. And that's why, listen to Rossco here. Definitely get those reservations as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You want to plan this trip when you're going these
absolutely.
days, for sure.
It's not for Disneyland is changed in a lot of respects. You're not getting a lot of these people that just show up to the park and just hit a couple of rides, watch the fireworks or a parade, and then hang out for a couple hours and go home. That doesn't really exist anymore. It's just filled with people that are going to be there from when the park opens to the park closes. And it had to be, if not full capacity, 80% capacity.
Dang.
It was fucking packed. There was no masks anywhere outside at all. So people that are paranoid about coronavirus or that are high risk, don't go.
Yeah.
It's not worth it at all. I mean, if you're scared.
Yeah.
It's not a place for people that if you're scared of coronavirus, then don't bother. I don't care. I got Fauci fucking shot me up a few times.
Yeah, personally.
Yeah, right up the butt.
Bend over.
So I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then on the inside of the rides, they say to you, there's a guy, there's like a person who's standing there or sitting there and saying, put your face coverings on before you go into the inside of a place.
Please, the ghouls do not want to get COVID-19.
Dude, as soon as you pass that fucking person, masks just came off.
Oh, shit.
Indoors. So no one really gave a fuck about wearing masks indoors. It was like Orange County in a nutshell. Yeah, it was great. So I fucking loved it. I'm ready to move on anyway. So for me, it was a fucking breath of fresh air.
So how is it getting on rides that day?
So there's no fast passes anymore, at all.
Yeah. What's the deal? Do you have to pay?
Not yet.
Oh.
But there is that. That's going to be the thing. It's like the fast passes are going to be a paid thing. They're calling it like Lightning Lane or some shit. The rollout hasn't quite happened.
Oh.
And their app, you have to. And also another thing about Disneyland is you have to have their fucking app.
To know anything, right?
Yeah, to do anything. You got to do anything. To get on Rise of the Resistance or the Web Slinger.
Yeah.
You have to have the app to...
Cum Slinger.
Yeah, to check in. Which I ended up getting on Rise of the Resistance.
Dude, so what was your impression of the ride, man?
Fucking crazy.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
It literally reminded me of when Indiana Jones opened, and you're like, dude, this is
the fucking
an
scope
e-ticket.
is insane.
Yeah.
That shit is tight.
It's like 3 rides in one.
Yeah. But it's bizarre. It's like the size of like everything is huge.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I thought it was it blew me away. Like I don't really care for the new Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
But it doesn't fucking matter because like the whole movie is like, you're like, oh, you got to escape the bad guys. Like or not the whole movie, but the ride.
Yeah.
It's cool, man. And I love how they put that fear of like, we got to go. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
They put this like weird like anxiety into you. And then you just go into the next room, and it's like, what the fuck? That ride totally blew me away.
Yeah.
So it's so fucking cool.
It really, the ride is so good that if that was the only ride you went on, it would be worth, like, you'd feel fulfilled regardless. Like, say if you went on, like, the worst day, like the shittiest day ever, it could make up for a big chunk of disappointment. You know what I mean? Because I think it's real good.
I mean, it's the best. It's one of the best rides I've ever been on, if not the best ride I've ever been on.
Yeah, it's cool.
But is it worth paying $150 and plus parking to get into a park? No, not even close.
Yeah,
it's
maybe
a 15-minute ride. No, there's no way. But it doesn't matter because I rode the only rides that I didn't get to ride on that day was Indiana Jones, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, and that was pretty much it as far as the rides that I wanted to go on that I couldn't go on. But I did everything else.
Damn, dude.
Man.
That's a pretty bitchin' day.
Yeah.
How was Storytellers?
Oh, it's a buffet.
Yeah.
So it was fucking dope.
Yeah.
I would actually recommend going there for dinner.
I've never been there for dinner.
The dinner's cheaper than the breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, like it's only like $5.
Oh, okay.
But
still,
it's like basically like it's $50 for dinner, which you're gonna spend $50 at Disneyland on on a pretzel.
Yeah.
You know, so it's $50 a person for dinner, and it was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
The buffet was great, and I felt like. I feel like at buffets, there's this weird thing in your brain. You're like, I got to get my money's worth. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to make myself sick with food. So I kind of kept it together and only ate exactly what I wanted, which was like, prime rib and beef and salad. That's all I really wanted.
Nice.
So I would say, like, for a prime rib dinner, you're going to spend $50 anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, dude, it was worth it. And then Riverbell Terrace, it kind of sucked. I'm not going to lie. It was, the food was it was just whatever. It was not that good. You can kind of tell that they're really cutting corners with food. They're trying to really maximize their profits.
Is it like Lunchables that they're giving out to
I had
Firefest?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, totally. So, my girlfriend, she got this chicken sandwich, and we were clowning on these two girls that were like, because one of the girls got the chicken sandwich, and we were clowning on them because the girl was like, oh my God, it's just too spicy. It's too spicy. I'm like, look at these fucking pussies over here. Like, too spicy at Disneyland? Give me a fucking break, right? Dude, she got that sandwich, took a bite, and was just fucking blasted. So they fucked up, and they were dipping the chicken sandwiches in this fucking hot sauce when it was supposed to be a barbecue sauce. So nobody expected just to get punched in the fucking face with a fucking straight up like a mouthful of, and it was like fucking drenched in the hot sauce. So she gets this thing and is immediately like fucked up. And so all the clowning on that other chick was just kind of like, we felt like fucking idiots because she got the same fucking thing. So it was a fuck up. Like they came back and they were like, no, it's not supposed to be like that. Like, yeah, it was kind of you could tell like, because that doesn't fucking happen at Disneyland.
No, it doesn't.
Not
They're
at
usually
all.
on the ball. Yeah, on the ball road. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, it's just it's weird because a lot of people are very hard on Disneyland right now because of all the changes and stuff or things. But I feel like you were glowing. You had a great time.
Blast.
And I feel like what the world went through, like, of course it's going to be of course it's going to take time to get back to normal.
Yeah.
But from what I know, most of the things are open that weren't before the shutdown at Disneyland, right?
Yeah, I can't, it's hard for me to remember because it had been a long time since I had went to Disneyland. Like, I think I hadn't seen Star Wars Land. So that was the first time.
Galaxy's Edge was new to you. Yeah.
So that was all new. And I thought it was sick. It looks cool.
It's so cool.
As far as the shops go, I kind of was expecting Disney to kind of, I was expecting, when I think of like what Star Wars Land should be, I always revert back to what Harry Potter Land is. It's in the shops. Like when you go into Honeydukes, the candy shop, it's like full on Honeydukes. It's all candy. It's all like basically it's unique to that specific place. Where I felt like Star Wars Land, the shops in Star Wars Land, it was like the same. It was the same shit that you would find in any Disneyland shop. That's one thing that always bugs me about Disneyland too. I don't want to get on some tangent about how it sucks because I had a fucking blast. We had a blast. I can't wait to go back. I got to ride a ton of rides. My dinner was fantastic. Lunch was fine. It was what it is. There was that snafu, but it was fine. I was, dude, 100% had a great time. So I can't really complain. But one thing that always irked me about Disneyland and their and always, it's just the merchandise. There's not enough specific things like Disneyland specific or land specific merch in each shop. I feel like they just flood everything with plush because it's so cheap to manufacture and the markups are so high. They're just like, oh, let's just have plush. And I saw a lot of plush at in Star Wars Land, and I saw a lot of just little figurines and stuff. So I felt like they could have upped the ante a little bit, but because the people that are cutting the checks, and you can tell they're really trying to cut corners and maximize profits, they're really missing the mark as far as that stuff goes. But that's nothing new to Disney. That's always been, in the last, I would say, I don't know, for the longest time, it's been, all their merch is very sanitized. It's very Disney parks, so they can just put it in Florida, they can put it here, they can put it in Paris. It's just kind of they can just put it everywhere. Not
as special or unique to
no.
And what's funny is Galaxy's Edge prior to the pandemic had a little bit more. There's a few things that they don't have now. They had the popcorn, they had the beef, the alien jerky. They had all that stuff, and
there's no characters out either. And
the characters were out. You had the stormtroopers, and that's the thing that I think Universal does really well is
sure.
In their lands, there's a lot of activity.
Yeah.
And
or you'll just run into Doc Brown all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Around the corner, all of a sudden you'll just bump into a purple minion. It's so cool.
Yeah, and Disney, I think used to do that more, and I feel like Galaxy's Edge was kind of getting better at that. But because dude, Nintendo World, you look at that land. Yes, it's based off of a video game. Maybe that's what got them to think this way, but the fact that everything is moving is so cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a living, breathing thing.
Yeah.
And Galaxy's Edge, one of my favorite things about it is just how it comes, it's out of nowhere, and you're in Star Wars,
big.
and
it's a big land.
Where did you guys enter into Galaxy's Edge?
Over by the old the Country Bear Jamboree.
Okay, so the by the Honey Bear.
The Honey Bear, yeah.
In the back. It's so cool because you're you're in the South, you're with these honey bears, you're with the Deliverance folks, who are
that transition over there is fucking sick.
Yeah, you're in the wilderness basically, and you're in the trees, and then
it continues into Star Wars Land.
Yeah,
it's really well done.
Is that the entrance that has the wagon from Frontierland?
No, that's Frontierland.
The other one. Yeah. It's so cool because you see, if you enter from Frontierland, you could see an old wagon. I think it's an old Disneyland Frontierland wagon.
Yeah,
and it's just laying there, and then all of a sudden you go in this tunnel, and then you're in the future.
Right in the
yeah, dude.
Yeah. In a galaxy far
away from the past or something. Yeah. I forget.
Long time ago.
Yeah, dude.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's really immersive. The entrance, I really love that.
So one thing about characters because there was no characters out, but I did see a couple characters in the Princess Fantasy Fair Village. You know where that is? Over by the castle?
Yes. Yeah.
So now there's this little area where they have the characters standing, kind of blocked off from everybody, and I saw a couple of face characters in there. I think I saw Cinderella maybe, but I saw Gaston over there, and Gaston, I don't know if he was totally with the people, talking to people, which
really?
I thought was which. You don't see. I didn't see any face characters doing that because of COVID.
Oh.
And the actor who was playing Gaston was totally in it with the people, and I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, because they have a lot of the cavalcades, right? Right now is usually that's when you're going to see the characters is from afar, behind a bar.
Gaston was totally with
out and about.
Yeah, I thought that was really neat because I just didn't see that anywhere else.
Yeah, that's cool. And it was in is that Ariel's Grotto? What do they call that now?
No, it's Princess Fantasy Fair Village.
Okay.
Yeah. What
was the name before?
It was the Carnation Gardens.
Okay.
It was where they used to, I think they were doing the swing dancing over there. And they kept the swing dancing stage, and now they were doing little kids plays in there.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's like
Ariel's Grotto is in DCA.
That's in DCA. I mean, I was thinking of on the other side, not because they have the Rapunzel show, there's the Beauty and the Beast show at where you're talking about at the Princess Fantasy Fair, but like the other side they have where Alice
the Wishing Well is.
What is the Wishing Well? What's that one called?
Well, the Wishing Well is the Snow White Wishing Well over there.
Yeah, I forget what they call that.
I know
area.
you're talking. There's a Triton statue over there, isn't there?
Yeah, there was.
There was. That's kind of that's near Fantasy, or it's like basically cusping like the beginning of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland.
Yeah, that's where.
I don't think it's called. Is it called anything? Is it?
There was a name. I don't remember, but
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But yeah, it's all trivial. That's where the House of the Future used to sit.
Yes,
right there.
Yeah, right there.
Fun fact. But you know what? I actually just dawned on me was the train. Was the train running? So the train was running.
Yeah, it was running. I didn't go on it.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, I love it with Galaxy's Edge. It's so cool. Like when you, because they talk about it and they have like those new animatronics. I don't know if you'd seen that. There's a new animatronic like. Indian guy.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. The last time I went to Disneyland prior to this, they had all that stuff open. It was fucking sick.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, they stop in Toontown, but only briefly because of the violence and the
Toontown.
Yeah, because the gentrification's coming, and it's going to be probably the best. Because right now, you got to be. Got to be careful how you wear your Mickey ears. Like you might get shanked, dude. Yeah, like it's. Dude,
that Toontown video was fucking great.
The fight. Oh my god.
Shit was
the 30 minutes it took for the security to get there.
Disneyland security's worthless. Yeah,
yeah. What is that? It's like a geriatric team. like, is it just like a retirement squad? Like, what is that?
I don't know,
and
man.
And they're like, yeah, we can't really do anything. It's like, this is Disneyland. Don't you need real security?
They don't have dog shit.
No, we have old guys in doofy hats that tase people. Remember that one guy that got tased by Tower of Terror?
No, he got hosed down with pepper spray.
There's a wonderful video I urge all of you to watch. It's really
so good.
Yeah, there's some maybe drunken gentleman
fucking drunk
by the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. This man was in the Twilight Zone.
Just getting fucking hosed with pepper spray.
Yeah, those old dudes. I guess they do have pepper spray.
Yeah. I didn't do shit to that guy.
No, he was like on PCP maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but he was,
I was just thinking. I was like, it's probably like a really weak version of pepper spray.
Yeah.
But that guy was fucking getting fucking drenched. That video was great.
It's pretty good. So Disneyland, there's a lot that's going to be coming to these parks, and they said Toontown, which is like a much needed
that needs to be
update,
redone.
and I'm super stoked.
I don't know if Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin is going to make the cut. I hope it does.
It is.
It is.
Yeah. Well, they're adding some changes to it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Jessica Rabbit can't be hot or something.
Yeah, they're gonna make her. They're gonna put a trench coat on her.
Yeah, she's gonna.
I heard about
look
this.
like Billie Eilish. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's. I think whatever. I get it, but it's like, was that the movie? Like I don't know.
So
but,
what? Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I get it. It'll be fun. I'm stoked that's staying. I'm stoked that the Gadget Coaster is staying.
Is it? Okay.
Because it's like the most. I mean, it's insane to think Rescue Rangers has a ride at Disneyland right now. And
I thought that was Goofy's Gadget Coaster.
No, it's it's Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Are you sure?
Yep.
It was Goofy's Gadget Coaster.
No. Chippendales.
I don't know.
Chippendales.
I never go over there, so I don't.
One thing that is leaving though is Chippendale's Treehouse. That's gone.
Oh, thank God. That thing is fucking stupid. I mean, that thing, they cut the nuts off that thing years ago.
Yeah, it's been
the piss pit was gone.
Yeah.
They tried to make it a cum pit, but
yeah, all those early Toontown things were great because it was interactive. But then it wasn't great because kids were getting concussion. Little Billy, was blind.
Fuck, man, that's part of the whole thing. Like brain injuries as a kid.
Yeah.
Makes you who you are when you're older.
Yeah, childhood concussions are just the best. I mean, that's why we're here today talking about
exactly. Yeah, Headwind comedy.
Yeah, but dude, Headwind comedy, dog. Okay, Disneyland. It sounds like it was a blast.
Yeah.
There's some good pointers we talked about. So Train Town.
Oh yeah, well, and last thing on Disneyland is if you're planning on going to Disneyland, I would say do one park per day because. Everything's a standby line. If you want to do a fast pass, it's eventually going to cost you money. But I would say one park per day and make sure you get those reservations way in advance. If you want to sit down and eat, which I recommend doing at Disneyland.
It's it's a must because it's you're exhausting yourself and you want to be able to enjoy yourself and you need that break and that's. Yeah.
But me and Christina had a great time. It was probably one of the. I mean, I haven't been in years, and I was we were both absolutely thrilled.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go back.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe for my birthday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah,
I'd love to go with you, dude.
And Traintown.
Yeah, Traintown, man. So you went to Traintown again?
I did, yeah. And this is the second time I've been back to Traintown since COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I mean, Traintown. For those who don't know, Traintown is a small theme park in Sonoma, California. That has a scale model train. It's got a petting zoo, and it has some rides. It has like a tilt-a-whirl, a scrambler. It's got just some things. It's got the old Red Baron from Knott's Berry Farm, the Snoopy Red Baron.
So cool.
It's got that there. Traintown is still one of my favorite theme parks of all time, and they've done nothing but make it better as the years have gone on. And it was fucking slammed. I went on Black Friday. Weather was perfect. There was not a single parking spot inside of Traintown. I had to park outside of Traintown because it was that packed.
Damn, did they have like half off churros or something?
No, man, it was fucking full priced everything. It was just crazy. So, yeah, man, Traintown was a blast too. My little cousin Spencer, he fucking had a blast as well. He's 9.
Oh, nice.
So,
dude.
yeah, dude, it was hella cool. Nothing was closed at Traintown. No masks because it's all outdoors. Totally worth the price of admission. Can't recommend Traintown enough. I know that's just touching on it, but I feel like we've put a nice little podcast together on this one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and I think Disney. There's a lot of exciting things to look for, and it sounds like you can go and enjoy yourself, but it's good to just be prepared.
Be prepared.
Yeah, and so to quote fucking Lion King.
Yeah.
Be prepared. Yeah, whatever. But that's what I do every time I'm about to spank it.
Yeah, be prepared.
You know what's weird is I haven't used lube in a long time.
What did you just use? Just shit in your hand?
Yeah, because one time I used
monkey?
shampoo when I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
And it made it peel. It was so horrifying.
That's an allergic reaction, bro.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually haven't used it since. No, but on that note, guys, I love you. Yeah, I love talking about children's rides and my dick. Now, anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for listening and watching. Where can folks find you, Mr. Rossco Soletrain?
You can find me on YouTube and Instagram. If you type in on YouTube, you just type in Rossco, Rossco. It'll pop up, Rossco Soletrain on YouTube. But I just tell people to search Rossco, Rossco. It'll usually pop up with something. And then also on Instagram, Rossco Soletrain on Instagram. It's all thrifting stuff, so yeah, it's all thrifting shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, look for me at roccosifredi.com. It's Robertland Podcast everywhere. Easy. So, guys, we're gonna be churning out some more stuff for you. We like to get into the Disney spirit every now and then. We've got some really exciting episodes coming up.
Yeah, man, we're coming up on our 100th or your 100th.
Yeah, no, it's our 100th, dude. It's gonna be a good one. So stay tuned. I love y'all. And life is a ride. I want to ride it all night long. Au revoir.
Fuck yeah, nation.